The World Cup has a serious Turkey problem. Because for the first time in 24 years, this nation is back. And they are not coming to make up the numbers. They are coming to shock the planet. 24 years. Let that number sink in. A country where football is a religion, where Galatasaray crowds once convinced Didier Drogba he finally understood what passion truly meant, has been absent from the biggest stage in football since 2002. And in 2002, they finished third. Third in the world. This Turkey side is different. This Turkey side has two of the most exciting young players on the planet. A manager who has quietly turned chaos into structure, and a backline that has learned to suffer and survive. The dark horse label gets thrown around every tournament. Morocco 2022, Costa Rica 2014. But Turkey in 2026 might be exactly that team. Don't believe me? You will by the end.
Let him cook now! Let him cook! I said let him cook!
2 decades of almost. For 20 years, Turkey kept producing talented squads and collapsing at the moments that mattered most. In 2006 qualifying, they destroyed Georgia 5-2 away, then drew against them at home. That single drop point cost them the World Cup. In 2010, a draw against Estonia. In 2022, they dropped 4 points at home in damaging draws against Latvia and Montenegro, before being drawn away to Portugal in the playoff semi-final, a game they lost, ending their World Cup dream before they even reached the final. Not bad luck, not bad draws. Just that one word that haunted every cycle. Consistency. The talent was always there. The problem was structure, stability, and leadership. Managers changed constantly. Foreign coaches replaced by local ones, then back again. Every cycle started from scratch with a different idea and different players. And when the pressure came, the cracks always appeared. Then came Vincenzo Montella. The Italian who fixed Turkey. An Italian who spent 2 seasons coaching Adana Demirspor and genuinely understood Turkish football. He knew the culture, knew the local players, and brought something this group had never truly had: a clear identity. In 2 years under Montella, Turkey climbed 20 places in the FIFA rankings, quarterfinals at Euro 2024, and now a World Cup qualification that revealed something new entirely: the ability to win ugly. 9 months before the tournament, Spain came to Turkey and won 0-6. It was brutal. It looked like the end. Most federations would have panicked. Instead, Turkey responded by winning 5 of their next 6 competitive matches. They held Spain to a 2-2 draw away from home, then survived the playoffs with back-to-back 1-0 wins over Romania and Kosovo, without playing anything close to their best football. That is not the Turkey of the last decade. The old Turkey crumbled under that kind of pressure. This one defended, suffered, and came through. Montella made the right calls throughout, including benching Muldur for Çelik in the Kosovo playoff, choosing experience and defensive discipline over attacking output. A quiet decision that proved decisive. That shift in mentality is his greatest achievement. The two-headed dragon. This Turkey squad has something almost unprecedented. Not 1 generational talent, 2, playing in completely different zones of the pitch, at the peak of their powers, at the exact same time. Kenan Yıldız, 21 years old, number 10 at Juventus, already one of the most dangerous dribblers in Serie A, leading Italy's top flight in offensive duels won and successful dribbles, progressive carries, passes into the penalty area. Key passes. He ranks near the top in all of them, and he does this at a Juventus side nowhere near the level of a Real Madrid or a PSG. Put Yıldız in a better team, and the conversation around him looks completely different. His close control is mesmerizing. The ability to shift the ball left to right under pressure, to take men on and come out the other side. Against Kosovo in the playoff, he was unplayable. He practically carried Turkey to this World Cup on his own. And the relationship he has built on the left side with Ferdi Kadiolu is already at a level where opponents simply cannot contain it. Kadiolu deserves more recognition than he gets. The Brighton fullback does not just overlap and cross. He cuts inside, arrives late into the box, and combines with Yildiz in moves that look completely automatic. His attacking contribution is extraordinary. That is not a fullback. That is a weapon. After this tournament, a big club is coming for him. Then there is Arda Güler.
Hello guys, it's Jovan and
Real Madrid's most creative player this season. Left-footed, a genuine number 10 mentality. The passes he sees, most players in the world cannot imagine. The goals he scores, 2 against Bayern Munich in the Champions League, a free kick Neuer had no chance with, are the kind that remind you real talent at this level is rare. When Güler plays with freedom as a true 10, Turkey are a different team. And having both him and Yildiz in the same generation, at the same peak, at the same World Cup, is a gift Turkish football may not receive again for a very long time. The engine room. Hakan Çalhanoğlu organises everything. Over 100 matches for Turkey. Inter Milan's midfield conductor. One of the best dead ball specialists in European football. He has never quite replicated his club form consistently for Turkey. That remains the question. But in a system designed to protect and use him, he is the connection between the defensive structure and the attacking talent above him. Beside him, Ismail Yüksek does the work that rarely makes highlights. He reads the game quietly, closes space before it opens, and gives the players around him the freedom to take risks. Turkey's version of Rodri, the reason everything else functions. In goal, Ugurkan Çakır was the man Montella trusted in the playoffs, and he delivered. The Galatasaray keeper was composed throughout, commanding his area and dealing cleanly with everything Romania and Kosovo threw at him. He has been one of the best goalkeepers in the Super League for years and is now performing with the kind of consistency that major tournaments demand. Turkey have not had a goalkeeper they could genuinely trust at this level in a long time. Now, they do. Altay Bayındır provides real depth behind him, a Manchester United keeper who has waited patiently for his chance. But the number 1 shirt belongs to Çakır, and he has earned it. The real weaknesses. The concerns are genuine and worth being honest about. There is no natural striker. The number 9 position is the thinnest part of this squad by some distance. Kerem Aktürkoğlu has real pace and directness, but using him as a pure centre forward is not where he causes the most damage. Against sides that defend deep and sit in a compact block, the lack of a proper focal point will create friction. It was the same problem at Euro 2024. It has not been solved. The centre-back pairing of Demiral and Bardakçı is solid without being elite. Demiral is a warrior and a leader, but he has moments of disconnection that sharp attacking teams will find. The defensive line as a whole is workable. It is not what wins you a World Cup. And when Güler drifts central and the right side becomes predictable, teams with good structure will overload that area and force Turkey to create from somewhere less comfortable. These are not reasons to dismiss Turkey. They are the margins that will determine how far they go. The road ahead. The group is kind. USA, Paraguay, Australia.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
Turkey should qualify. The real test begins in the knockouts. And that is exactly where the evidence from this cycle becomes interesting. A 2-2 draw at Spain. Back-to-back playoff wins without playing well. A quarter-final at Euro 2024. This team has now shown repeatedly that they can compete against top opposition and survive when the game turns against them. That was never true before Montella. The ceiling is a quarter-final. That would be the second greatest World Cup campaign in Turkish football history and a genuine success by any measure. But in knockout football, when Yildiz is electric and Güler is running the game and Montella reads the opponent correctly, the margin between a quarter-final and something more is thin. The 2002 question. In 2002, Turkey shocked the world. A nation that had waited 48 years to reach a World Cup arrived and finished third. Rüştü in goal. Emre pulling strings in midfield. Hakan Şükür scoring the fastest goal in World Cup history. Players the world had not taken seriously until suddenly they could not be ignored. This generation has Yildiz, Güler, Kadiolu, players the world already knows, but perhaps has not yet truly feared. The structure is there, the identity is there. Two of the best young players in Europe are wearing the same shirt on the same stage at exactly the right moment. The World Cup has a serious Turkey problem. Don't say you weren't warned.